Greetings, this is Jazz for JazReviews. So for a change, we'll take it a little slow today, which is ironic for the game we're looking at, but what I mean to say is this is really my impressions as opposed to a full, structured review on what seems to be a new take on first-person shooting. But this really is only a demo of what is to come. Nothing is final in a beta, of course. So yes, this is Titanfall, a Microsoft exclusive with beta footage recorded on PC. So as we know, Respawn Entertainment developed the game, the same folks that brought us the old Call of Duties. And in a lot of ways, the UI, gunplay and progression come across in that same style. Gunplay is fast as hell, it's very easy to pick up with relatively low recoil on all the weapons. But that's okay, because the entire game is so chaotic and fast-paced, anything slower or realistic would just play horribly. The sniper rifle is a good example of that. Okay, this gameplay isn't actually that bad, but 9 times out of 10 I'd much rather pick up a shotgun compared to something so restricted as a sniper rifle. It just doesn't make sense in a game so freaking fast. And bear in mind this is PC using a mouse, so it's bound to be a lot more flexible. So really, what is Titanfall? How is it structured? Well, the thing is, it's kind of strange how the game balances players and computer-controlled bots for multiplayer. It's going to be a kind of love or hate kind of scenario whereby the grunts in-game are ridiculously easy to take care of. I've never ever been killed by grunt AI. But they do provide for atmosphere. Battles seem a lot bigger with all these AIs in play. And occasionally you'll run into a bot trying to carry a fellow grunt that may be wounded away from all the danger, and that kind of immersion does impress me. The Spectres are another form of enemy AI, and they're a little more threatening and will kill stupid players if they let them. But all the same, I think I need to see more intelligence or initiative in play so far as the bots are concerned, in combat at least. So yeah, this is the attrition mode, essentially what is really a team deathmatch. And the objective is to, well, rack up as many kills as possible, but obviously real-life players offer more attrition points per kill, but massacring grunts will deduct the time it takes to call upon your Titan, which is kind of like the main crux of the game, no? This is what it's all about, and Titans are so brilliantly implemented. It's amazing to see how much focus went into balancing both pilot and Titan combat in these very small-sized maps, all at the same time. That's pretty impressive. So a few action-packed minutes into this chaos, and players will be hammering missiles from all sides of the maps. These Titans really do live up to their name. Mixed with melee combat and constant pounding of bullets are the Titan abilities, which in the beta phase allowed cluster and homing missiles, the electric storm, or the very interesting vortex shield, which would absorb all these missiles and shells and fire them right back at the enemy. And in all of this, you had to watch out for player pilots on foot, of which would attempt to rodeo your Titan into oblivion. You know, Titanfall reminds me of a little something, and that something's Brink, the god-awful shooter with one good thing: the parkour free-running mechanics. In Titanfall you can double jump with a jetpack, you can wall run or wall hang and just pick enemies off from all kinds of stupid angles. So although the maps may seem in very close proximity, buildings and the interiors are designed to ensure players are flanking all over the place, so it really is unpredictable, and that's great. The rounds themselves may not last very long, but not once are they ever the same. People will be getting their Titans at different times, and it really does take some strategy, with quick reflexes obviously, if you really want to influence the outcome of the game. I guess Titanfall just provided for endless and consistent amounts of insanely enjoyable action, which never ever really ended for me. Although the Conquest-styled game mode was definitely the least interesting. Capture A, Capture B, Defend C, you know the drill. Last Titan Standing, on the other hand, pitted two teams of Titans out against each other in kind of like a one-life survival. The aim of the game is simple: eliminate all other Titans. And what I found pretty cool is when your Titan may find itself doomed to its destruction, you can always eject and then help your teammates on foot. Provided, of course, you ejected fast enough or chose this auto-eject perk before the game. So yeah, there were 5 very useful Titan abilities to choose from in the 2 tiers. My favourite being the nuclear self-destruction blast that would wreck any fool in my wake.
Don't let up.
3 primary weapons from low rate of fire mech guns, better suited for grunts and players, and the big quad rockets for some serious Titan smashing. That's pretty much it for the Titans. We only really had access to the Atlas chassis for Titans, so we know everything should be expanded once the full game is released. Similarly, the pilot classes themselves possessed varied quality perks and a limited amount of modifications for guns, with 5 primary weapons, 2 pistols, and 2 anti-Titan weapons, which are definitely not enough for pilots, but you could almost presume there'll be a great deal more upon release, so I don't think that'll be a problem. But what are these, you say? Well, these are what you call burn cards. You pick them up as you go along, killing everything and everyone, and what they do is give temporary buffs, but for a single spawn only, meaning you can select 3 before a game and burn them all in just 3 lives. Some cards are better than others. A more powerful one I found to be the anti-Titan grenade launcher, only available through this burn card. Another was a completely different Strider Titan with crazy dash powers. That was a little nuts to play against. So with absolutely no single player, I salute the developers in taking this model. First-person shooters are so lame on rails these days in single campaigns, but the online here is oozing quality development when it boils down to concrete gameplay, parkour, and the mech integration. My biggest complaint lies with the enemy AI, which should definitely pose more of a challenge. I'd also like to see more depth and purpose to AI, maybe some tanks, or layered staged AI attack phases, or even be given the chance to issue commands to grunts, anything like that. The possibilities are endless. I just hope there's a little bit more scope, but here is the Smart Pistol. Kind of Aliens inspired me things. It can lock on up to 4 targets or single spots on an enemy, but compared to other guns, it's a little weak compared to something more practical like the assault rifle or SMG, and definitely the shotgun. But you know, it's pretty brutal when you just want to farm NPCs for points.
Signal when ready.
Yeah, and I think we'll about end it there for this video. Actually, the tutorials for the game were also very well done, 14 of them, which were very slick, straight to the point, virtual training sessions basically that set up everything you kind of needed to know for multiplayer. That was actually pretty fun in itself. But this has been Jazz for JazReviews, showcasing Titanfall, the most entertaining carnage I've come across for this kind of shooter. Who knows, I may even review the full game. Now, I don't know about you, but have you ever wondered what you look like? I mean, what you actually look like? I mean, in my own mirror, I'm pretty much Johnny Depp, but according to Hot or Not, my scores don't quite resemble that. It's a mobile app named Hot or Not, available on Android and iOS, which you don't have to take completely seriously, but it does have chat and matching features. Or you can just look at it as just a little fun. But basically the way it works is that people will be flicking through everyone else's photos, issuing them ratings on their opinions. So a free link to the Hot or Not app will be available at the top of the description below. And also your account can conveniently be tied to Facebook, Google, or just your email. But that just about wraps up this week for my channel, and I'll see you guys soon with more Titanfall, or Thief perhaps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the comments.